that's for sure. I mean, Crawford has always been productive, but it does make you think, what if he had been lucky enough to go to an organization with great stability, maybe to San Antonio with Greg Popovich, but hey, you just got to play the hand that you're disparity between their wins.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
There it is, guys, that Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing...
Then there's Gerald Green. Then it's Miles Plumlee. And it's Fredette in at the 1 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for...
Oh! How about that basketball, man? Wow.
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That's a very well... parts, and it made it very difficult for everybody, I think, and it showed in how the Lakers season went. Let's go down. Oh, down there. Man.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating.
Credit for really fighting, particularly down the stretch when things look grim.
And the dunk by McNamara.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right. Going by Fredette, and now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
It's stolen by McLemore. And Rubio kicks to McLemore. Oh!
How about that basketball, man?
Beautiful.
Wow.
Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
Right. He's got 2 things on his mind when he catches the ball. He's either going to shoot it.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely.
2 from long range in the first quarter. The drive.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play. The windmill finish. Now that's nasty. A lot of newfound optimism around this team, too.
Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for...
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. Talk about putting something extra on it.
Nikola Pekovic. And it's Jimmer Fredette in for Ricky Rubio. And Young.
Oh! Tore it down that time. I don't know that this is the time.
At the 4 spot.
Here's Pekovic, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam. There it is, guys, that Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be...
They were trying to slow him down any way possible, but he still got through.
Easier said than done when he's the penetrator. His speed and agility make him extremely hard to defend.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Blake got a piece of it. And the Kings pushing it up now. And Rubio kicks to Young.
Heads-up play on both ends there. Transition basketball, the steal and the quick push.
Steve, that's how it should be played. I mean,
he passes to Nick Roberts. And he dunks it down.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Accountable to really bring a toughness and an edge defensively, and that's the goal this year.
Turioff, he's covered by Iguodala.
Boy, I love it.
Back in for Nikola Pekovic. Green. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking now at the fast break. Rubio with the ball, and Pekovic throws it down.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal. Dishes it to Turioff. And he takes that one up and powers it through. None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that jam.
And I do not.
15 years.
Yeah, I'm glad that Budenholzer has finally gotten his chance. I played for him for 4 seasons. He's a guy who loves the game. He's very dedicated, hardworking, and has learned.
When they saw him. Good job there, Kevin, getting himself a little space on the inside.
And the jam by Aldridge.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show. Rubio dishes to Bekovic. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But finally a new ownership group committed to keeping the team inside.
And Young slams it home.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
And Young comes over to help. It's tipped. It's stolen by Fredette. Jumps up. And Young slams it home.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal.
I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense is done. Look out. Watch out now.
And the fans loving what's transpired here tonight. A really good victory for these guys. A new NBA franchise. Of course, Seattle almost ended up with the Sacramento Kings, but when Sacramento was awarded the franchise, a lot of people felt like it was only a matter of time before Seattle would be granted an expansion team.
The feed to Green.
What a play.
Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up, he gets...
And here's Fredette from beyond the arc. And it's Green slapping it down.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark
can shore up.
Nikola Bekovic is checked in for Gerald Green. And Bekovic throws it down.
Boy, the big fella's showing us a little explosiveness for a change.
Well, maybe Clark is working on his dunk skills because he looked perfect. 5 to shoot. Here's Turion. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Pure hustle on that play, and that's what it takes on the offensive boards. It's not about
To the hoop. Pushing it up. And Turion slams it in.
boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
That call.
Will it go? And the dunk by Aldridge. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead.
Going with the new group. Green, the pass to McRoberts. And he goes in for the dunk.
Out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Luke Richard and Baamute out there with Young. Then it's McLemore. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Bekovic in at the 5.
Tap.
Kings have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Plumlee, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Very difficult test.
This is certainly not the way this team wanted to start the season, Kevin. I mean, they just haven't been able to get anything. Oh, how about that basketball, man? Beautiful. Wow.
It's not possible what we just caught. Is that possible?
Not probable, but it is.
I know, here we go. Young's got it, the fast break chance. And finished off by McLemore.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. There's 1:17 left in the fourth. Rubio, there's his...
Incredible. I don't know that this is the time for...
Now, here's Mbamute. Here's Turion. And it is flushed down with a nice jam. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it. But here's Billups. Muhammad with the steal.
Boy, stingy defense there, denying that pass. Man, that was unreal. Mark it up.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Sacramento. For Kings leading. And Rubio kicks to Aldridge. And that one is hammered home.
And he's one player who doesn't need a lot of space to get to the basket. He's really crafty.
It's stolen by Fredette. Here we go. All alone. Makes the lead pass. And the dunk by McLemore.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal.
Words for you about this guy. Fast hand. He was able to come away with the ball a lot last season. He found a way always.
And the dunk by McLemore. Well, now they're just going to town on him.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no.
Particularly down the stretch when things look grim.
And Rubio kicks to Aldridge. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one. Here's Aldridge. Fast outing, we saw him pull in 22. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D. I can't help.
Ba'amute with the steal. And the Kings pushing it up now. Green with the ball. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. They've got Zach Randolph. John Lure's out there with Frank. Well, it's Tony Roden. And it's Okoye in at the one spot. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity. Clark,
He doesn't miss many of them. Well, we knew the Pacific was tough last year's division. They sent 3 teams to the playoffs, and it's one reason why the Kings ended up just above the Suns in the division. Hard to make a lot of headway when you're the 4th best. Good job of defending the paint.
And the rebounding is really the key stat that I'm looking at right there with all those numbers you talked about, Clark. This is a team that really tries to be physical, and when they're able to secure ball.
they're shooting for the game at 42%. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one.
Is going to have an opportunity to put a stamp on this team by improving.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
That's a 2 from Barnes. It's rebounded by McLemore. The Kings trailed by 4. Of course, Blake Griffin played a career low in minutes last season. The team looking to save him for the postseason.
And then, ironically enough, he ends up with a badly sprained ankle during that series with Memphis.
With a great backup behind him and Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, even when Paul missed those 12 games with an injury, the Clippers did fine without him. But now Bledsoe is on to Phoenix after the trade.
The ball was exposed, and that allowed him to get a hand on it and take it away.
Pekovic throws it down.
You know, as soon as that steal was made, it was over. That was going to be a bucket the whole way.
That's exactly how a turnover cost you.
And Rubio kicks to Turioff. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty?
Never mind with the height advantage he had there.
And the dunk by Aldridge. There it is, guys, that Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which
Off of assists, so the offense really clicking here.
And the dunk by Aldridge. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit. Young dishes to Pekovic, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the owners, I think in the next few years, we will see at least one expansion team, maybe 2.
taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Run him in the post, and he'll continually roll right to the rim across the lane to create a better passing angle for his guard.
I tell you what, you gotta love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it feels like it's either a dunk or a foul and a couple of free throws.
3-6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown.
Oh! Getting me? That was a power punch right there.
Great.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Denver on D. And Young, here we go. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam. Williams has got 23 points. Sacramento's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And for Gerald Green, a 3-year not. Young outside. Young right side. And he goes in for the dunk.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
It's stolen by Green. And the Kings pushing it up now. Hammers it on to polish off the break.
Well, this is how you...
A player who can be a consistent threat in that front court.
And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.